When accessing elements, the index is specified in parentheses, not in square brackets. It is also possible to access slices of array in this way. Another important operator provided by the ADA is the concatenation operator, which is represented by &. We can use & to join two existing arrays and create new arrays. This is very useful when you are using arrays to represent matrices. Now we will compare languages. We have compared so far before we discuss any more languages. In multidimensional arrays, both Fortran and Pascal doesn't allow to have different types of data stored in different dimensions of the array. That means if multidimensional array is declared as integer, every element of the array should be integer. Fortran doesn't allow dynamic array size allocation, but Pascal allows it. In array declaration, specifying the array dimension is optional in Fortran. You can just mention the array length only, and the start index will be taken as 1 automatically. But in Pascal you have to specify the dimensions all the time. In lower-level languages like C, you would now have to resort to heap memory when the range of the values is uncertain. But in Ada we use the box means less than and greater than operators together, which allows us to declare indefinite arrays. In C/C++ every element of an array has an address. The C/C++ standards actually demands that. But in Ada this is not required. Perl stands for Practical Extraction and Report Language. Perl was designed to handle a variety of system administrator functions, and it also provides comprehensive string handling functions. Perl is widely used to write dynamic web server programs, such as automatically updating user accounts, and newsgroup postings, synchronizing databases, processing removal requests, synchronizing databases. Another advantage of Perl is it is available free for any platform. Perl array is ordered list of scalar variables, and each element is a scalar with an independent scalar value. Perl arrays can grow in size when elements are added as well as shrink when elements are removed. Therefore Perl arrays are not fixed size. Therefore in comparison to languages we talked so far, Perl arrays are memory utilization-wise very efficient. Syntax of Perl array is @ followed by any character string starting from a letter. Hope it is clear to you. Look at the provided examples. An array literal is a list of comma-separated values, enclosed in parentheses. Did you know this something very special example? That is, we can store different types of scalar variables in single Perl array. Note that we didn't declare array type during declaration, therefore Perl array can contain different types of scalar variables. Since multi-type array concept is new to you, here we have given few sample Perl arrays. First array contains the array of 3 integer scalar variables, no different from arrays you have come across so far. Second array is bit different. It contains 2 elements, one is string and other is a float. Third is Perl array of 3 elements, which are value of scalar variable a, 34, and the sum of 2 scalar variables a and b. Fourth is a empty array. One of the common mistakes in Perl is confusion of @ and $signs. That sign represents the array while $sign represents a variable. Perl arrays follow zero-based indexing. That means array elements are indexed 0 onwards. We can access array elements by using $sign followed by array name, and index within square brackets. Look at the given examples, then things may be clearer to you. Unlike other programming languages we discussed before, we can directly assign array to another array directly, as same as assigning normal variables. These examples show how that can be done. We can find out the length of a Perl array by assigning it directly to a scalar variable as shown here. But if enclosed scalar variable within parentheses, first value of the array will be assigned to the scalar variable. Part of a Perl array can be accessed by specifying array name, followed by the indexes we want to access within square brackets. In the first example, it is shown first two elements of a given array can be interchanged. In the second example, we have copied the second element of the array to first, second, and third element of the same array. In the last example, we have assigned 9 to the second element and 10 to the third element of the array. Don't forget Perl arrays start indexing from 0. In Perl, if an element's beyond array is accessed, value on if is used. Unlike in other languages, Perl doesn't give any warnings or compile time errors, therefore we have to be very careful in using Perl arrays. Look at the example. Array A, length is 3, but we try to assign 9th element of array the to scalar variable b, but there won't be any compile error here. Instead, value on if will be assigned to variable b. In Perl,